Hello everyone and welcome to the Safety and Compliance Center. This is Bilal Khan and here I will simplify the NEBOSH IGC course for you. I am very confident that by the end of this session you will have much better understanding of the topic if you interact with the exercises given between the sessions. In this section we will look at how the health and safety is regulated, who sets the rules and who enforce them, and why the compliance to regulatory requirement is so essential for the organizations. Most of the countries have laws that requires employers to manage the workplace health and safety. These laws set minimum standards that must be met. Failure to comply can lead to the legal consequences, including fines, the penalties, the prosecutions, or even the imprisonment, especially if the negligence leads to the serious harm. Following the law is not just about avoiding the penalties, but it is about protecting the people and staying accountable to the rules and regulations. Well, the International Labour Organization, or the ILO, is a specialized agency of the United Nations focused on the workers' rights and safe working conditions. Most countries are the member of the ILO and it plays a key role in setting the international standards for health and safety. It does this by publishing the conventions, which are legally binding agreements, and the recommendation which offer the guidance and the best practices for health and safety. These standards help shape the national health and safety law and ensure the global approach to the worker protection. The ILO set out two key types of documents, the conventions and the recommendations. Conventions are intended to create binding obligations. However, they only have legal authority if a member country ratifies them and incorporates them into its own national legal requirement. On the other hand, the recommendations are non-binding. They provide guidance on the policies, the legislation, and the best practices to help improve the health and safety standards worldwide. Together, these documents support a consistent global approach to the workplace health and safety. One of the important ILO standard is the Occupational Health and Safety Convention C155. It sets out a goal-setting framework for both the countries and the companies to develop the policies that promote the health and safety at work. To support this, the Occupational Health and Safety Recommendation R164 was introduced in 1981. It supplements the C155 by offering more detailed guidance on how to meet its objectives. Together, these documents form a foundation for national laws and the organizational health and safety strategies. Article 16 of ILO Convention C155 outlines the key responsibilities placed on the employers. First, the employers must ensure that workplace machinery, equipment, and the work processes are safe and are free from the health risk. They must also ensure that chemical, physical, or biological agents used in the workplace are not harmful to health, especially when proper protective measures are in place. Finally, employers are required to provide adequate personal protective equipment or the protective clothing to prevent the accidents and reduce the health risk. These obligations form the core of proactive health and safety management in the workplace. Well, health and safety is a shared responsibility. Everyone has the role to play. However, the primary responsibility lies with the employer. Employers are legally and morally expected to provide a safe workplace, ensure that the plant and equipment are safe to use, and establish a safe system of work. They must ensure that all staff receive proper training, supervision, and that are competent to carry out the task safely. When these responsibilities are met, it creates a strong foundation for a safe and healthy working environment for everyone at the workplace. The Article 10 of the ILO recommendation R164 set out an important obligation for employers to maintain the safe workplace. Employers must ensure that all workplace equipment and work methods are kept safe and pose no risk to the health of the employees. Staff must be trained, instructed, and supervised to apply the health and safety measures effectively. Health and safety system must match the scale and the nature of the business to ensure the effective risk control. The personal protective equipment must be provided free of charge to the employees when risk cannot be eliminated or controlled. Work schedules, including the hours of work, the rest periods, should not lead to fatigue or increase health and safety risk. Employers must take the practical steps to prevent an overwork and the mental stress, promoting both the physical and mental well-being of the workers. Staying informed to the latest developments like changes to the legal requirement, to the technology or other changes, it's a basic responsibility of the employer to keep up to date with the knowledge. Article 19 of the Convention C155 places responsibilities not just on employers but also on workers. And these are further detailed in the recommendation of R164. Worker must take reasonable care for their own safety and the same for their colleagues. They should follow all the safety instructions and procedures and use the personal protective equipment provided by the employer. If they identify a hazard they cannot fix by themselves, they must report it immediately. And finally, the workers must report any work-related accidents or cases of ill health, no matter how minor they are. These responsibilities are essential to maintaining a safe and proactive safety culture in the workplace. Article 19 of Convention C155 also outlines key rights that every worker must given to support their health and safety at work. Worker must receive the adequate information about the safety measures their employer has put in place. They must also be given access to the essential training and health and, upon the health and safety to help them to carry out their task in a safe manner. Importantly, workers should be consulted on all matters relating to their health and safety at work. This helps to build engagement and a stronger safety culture in the company. Finally, every worker has the right to leave a workplace if they believe that they are in the imminent danger to their life and health, and they must not be forced to return until it is confirmed that the workplace is safe to work. There is no single harmonized global standard for health and safety. Instead, enforcement and regulation vary by country with different agencies involved. These can include dedicated health and safety enforcement bodies, the fire authorities, the insurance companies, and in some cases the police may also play a role in enforcing the health and safety law. Understanding your local regulatory environment is essential for effective compliance and the workplace safety. Well, breach to the health and safety legislation is usually treated as a criminal offense. Enforcement agencies can take several actions, including the improvement notice to fix the problem or the prohibition notice to stop the unsafe activities immediately. If the breach is serious, it can lead to the prosecution. Organizations may face substantial fines, while the individual responsible can be fined or even imprisoned. This underscores the importance of complying with the health and safety laws to prevent everyone involved. Beside the ILO, another important source of the international standards is the International Organization for the Standardization, the ISO. ISO is the world's largest developer of the management standards, including well-known ones are like the ISO 9001 for the quality management system, 14001 for the environmental management system, the ISO 12100 for the safety of machineries, and ISO 45001 for the health and safety management system. These standards are not legally binding but represent the best practices in the management. Following the ISO standard help the organization to adopt a common worldwide approach to managing quality, environment, and safety effectively. Well, by the end of this session, here is an exercise, and I will leave this slide to you guys to solve the exercise and put your answers in the comment section so that we can keep this session interactive and grow learning from each other. Thank you very much for watching this video from the Safety and Compliance Center. If you have any question regarding this session, please drop it in the comment section. I would love to answer that. This is your channel. Like it, subscribe it for more safety contents. Stay safe, stay blessed, and goodbye.